Do we like the lighting? Could you tell? Because from here I can't tell.
Oh, the lighting's great.
Okay.
The quality of our videos.
Oh, I don't think they're ready for the quality. What are we doing? Our usual? Mm-hmm. The one time we did it?
Let's do that.
What? Hang on.
Wait, let's get the gigglies out. Okay,
Very
we're ready.
Hello, welcome to IMHO.
In my homosexual opinion, clink.
Oh, clink, clank, clonk.
It's so great to have you back.
I'm so happy to be back.
How was Poop Cruise?
Let me tell you, I went on a straight cruise to the Bahamas with my best friend and intern, Alexis P. Bevels, and I found out a couple things. Number one, I'm not straight. Can't relate to that culture.
Ooh.
Can't relate to that culture.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, Southern straight people, instead of saying, hey, I think it's alright that you're gay, do you know what they say?
Bless your heart.
I think you're awesome. You know what? I think you're awesome. Everyone said that.
I understand.
And I was like, ma'am, are you saying that you're in awe of me right now? Are you in awe of me right now? It was very confusing, but it was fun. I'm back.
You know what? Good for you.
Oh, that's
good for you.
Very rude.
I'm happy that you went on that cruise with your friend.
With my friend, with all the money. It was all free. So
it was to the Bahamas?
To the Bahamas. I had to hide some money I stole. I'm so sad I missed it, but I loved your episode. Thank you for holding down the fort.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I was missing this backdrop, though. I had to find this pink fabric that was laying around for a project that I'll never get to.
Oh, I love that. I love seeing your broken dreams on the wall.
Oh, it's...
Fully.
Yours is floral.
Oh, thank you.
I love floral.
Well, I love broken florals. Okay, let's get into it. So, Kahana left. Bless her.
Episode 3.
Bless Kahana. She was gone. They came back to the workroom. So, I will say, to her credit, I don't know that I'm supposed to say this, but I'm going to. I met her a couple days ago. Could not have been sweeter. Could not have been shorter.
Short.
Very short.
Small.
Small.
I saw her yesterday.
Didn't expect that.
Small.
I know. It kind of turned me, because I thought she was so handsome, and then I was like, oh, well, you're handsome like a child. Not
she
like
looks
that.
so tall on TV.
Yeah, no, she's not. She's not.
Did you say handsome like a child?
I did say handsome like a child.
I'm listening.
I watched Leaving Neverland. It's disturbing.
Oh.
Don't watch it if you have kids. Anyway, but she was so nice, and we were talking, and she was like, oh my gosh, you look so beautiful, which I thought was really nice and truthful for her to say to me. And then I said, I thought you looked beautiful on those first 2 episodes as well. And she, you know what she did? She laughed out loud. She had the best sense of humor about it. So fun. And then she was like, you know what, girl? Like, when I got the call, I wasn't expecting it. I just don't think I was ready. And I was like, that is okay to say.
Girl, no one is ready.
No one is ready.
No one is ready when they get the call.
But I felt like she was just so sweet, so kind, and so, like, positive about the whole experience. I was very team Kahana after that. I mean, if I go back and watch the episode, very not.
But she's a very small person.
Small and positive.
You know who else is very positive? Sugarcane. I met her last time. We'll talk about her later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's get to that later.
Let's get to it.
Okay, so the mini challenge was fine. Was there anyone that stood out to you, truly?
It was such a strange challenge. What was their goal? To try to get into the club? To try to get
into the club. Truly it was just to make RuPaul laugh. Silky did that, and for some reason she did not win, which I thought was strange. And you know how we all feel about Silky at this point, so it's not like I'm rooting for her, but... Well, but like...
We lost a follower last week because we said something bad about Silky. I saw that comment. It was like, I love this up to the point where you trashed Silky, unfollowing. And I'm like, okay,
girl,
I'm gonna miss one view. Y'all are missing out on good stuff.
Girl, it's in my homosexual opinion. None of this matters.
None of this
matters.
If y'all are getting butthurt over us having opinions, then you're not getting the point of the show, clink.
Whoa. Well, you could have... Okay, there we go. Yeah, I thought the challenge was fine. I thought, honestly, Silky's was the best. I thought she just kind of ignored everything RuPaul said and then just tried to break down the wall. And she made up her own line and then she walked in the door. I loved it. That was cute.
Who played
Raja.
the drunk person?
Raja, because she had the, like, rabbit coat on. She's, let me in.
Oh.
She won.
She won, right.
She won, and then the other person that won was... Oh, it was, Buzz from Home Alone.
Buzz from Home Alone. Oh, John Goodman.
What's her name?
Nina.
Nina West. I am so sorry, Nina. I love Nina West,
sure.
But that was so rude.
That was
I'm so sorry.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
I will not be apologizing.
Yeah, last night at the viewing party, these people were in these t-shirts that said Nina fucking West. And I was like, oh, are you a big Nina West fan? She's like, well, we're from Columbus. And I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. Which exactly is what I would think. And then he was like, no, we're not doing Ohio jokes.
Oh my God. He stopped you?
The rest of the country does Ohio jokes. Why can't I do Ohio jokes?
Did you say that?
No, I was very humbled by it.
I just shut you up.
I mean, she did shut me up a little. I was like, okay. Yeah, let's skip, like, the mini challenge was fine.
Mini challenge boring.
Akiria was the last picked, or almost the last picked.
Yes.
And
which was funny because she was I think Akiria is like one of the best queens on the season so far. And she was like, so you got two options. You got me or you got opulence.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I'm in this position right now.
Yeah.
They are making me wait.
I thought it was strange when Brooklyn was like, well, we just haven't seen that much from her this season. I was like, you're on the 3rd episode, bitch. And she like almost won the 1st. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, but anyway, so then they have to pick their person.
Mm-hmm.
The first team picks Britney because twinks. And then the second team picked Mariah. By accident?
Because they think that if you had a Venn diagram,
do you know a lot about Mariah?
I know.
I think we all think we do, but do you actually know anything about her?
I know that she's skinny.
Oh, skinny.
Very
skinny.
I know that she is very thin.
Very thin.
I know.
Those are my favorite pictures.
Emancipation of Mimi. Do you know a lot about Mariah?
I know when she was on Cribs and she did like half of it in her bathtub. That was very funny.
I remember Cribs.
Yeah, that was funny. No, I don't. But it's one of those things where if offhand someone was like, do you know a lot about Mariah Carey? I'd be like, yeah, of course, it's Mariah Carey. And then they'd be like, name one song. And I'd be like, Glitter Soundtrack, Volume 1. I don't know.
And then someone was like, oh, I know Mariah. She has the song Emotional. And then they sang Whitney's So Emotional. And I was like, come on now.
And then RuPaul was even like, don't do this. Like, basically saying, like, don't do this.
Yes.
And then they said, we're gonna do this anyway. What?
They do it because they think that that's what they're wanting to do, but what you want to do is not what you're gonna do.
Gia?
Is
that
she in there? Don't pull the wires.
I know, I'm just gonna come loose.
Don't pull the
No, I think there was a producer hand in that. There had to have been. Yeah. It just doesn't make logical sense.
To pick Mariah.
And drag queens are very logical.
Oh, I saw. Mm-hmm. I saw the decisions that were being made.
They were being made very, very poorly. Let's just say that. Okay, so let's go into the actual challenge itself. First up was It's Britney Bitch Network.
I zoned out for a second.
Oh, good.
I was trying to remember. It's Britney Bitch Network, and what was the Mariah one?
We're terrible at this. We don't deserve to be here.
Right.
Oh, When You Believe.
Oh, you have notes.
Yeah, I brought notes.
Okay.
I'm a professional.
I have screenshots.
So we had, you better watch it with that iPhone 10. Is that a 10?
It's a 10. Oh. It records great videos.
Yeah, I know. Of your whole. I know. Okay, so we had
4.
It's Britney. I mean, it's like it's a 3N. Do you remember when
3N?
Yeah, it's just one that like I pieced together.
Mama, it could have a physical keyboard. I am gagged.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. What was that called? Oh, you're too young.
Oh, please.
What is it where the keyboard kicked out? Sidekick.
Come on, I'm too young.
Sidekick.
I had a Sidekick, I had a Rumor, I had a Blackberry.
Girl, my first phone, I had the Nokia that you could like switch out the faceplate for a different color faceplate.
Oh, girl.
I know that was way before your time.
Oh, girl.
It was 1999. It was a different time.
Don't lie. You had birds and you had to write messages and tie them to their little
The Twin
feet.
Towers were still standing. Never forget.
I never remember.
Oh, no.
Who?
You promised.
I don't remember her. I don't remember the Alamo.
Never has it ever been so clear from the get-go that one team was gonna win. Right?
Oh, when RuPaul came in there and set them up for success, do you remember that motivational speech that she gave?
Yeah.
She was like, you're in this and you can't let people and then she did voices and I was like, how many lines did she snort before filming?
Yeah.
I'm so happy that she got them excited. That's what she's good at, right?
That is what she's good at. She does yoga like 12 times a day. And so I feel like right before then, she must have been downward dogging right into a face of meth. Because she came in like, ready to motivate. Ready to motivate. I thought the Britney team was great. I thought Nina West was so good. It's what I finally needed to see from Nina West.
Yeah.
Because she's legendary. She really is.
I didn't know that she was like a theater performer.
Yeah.
It's showing. It's jumping.
Yeah, and I guess she does a lot around Columbus. Like, I guess she's kind of like a big name, not just in the drag community, but in general. Like,
we're not going to talk about Columbus.
Oh, yeah, we can't joke about Ohio.
We can't joke about Ohio.
joke about Ohio. But yeah, I guess she's like a big deal. So I was really excited to see her like come out with it.
It's really hard to sit there and just... She didn't have any hiccups, any pauses, any breaks.
No.
She was fully committed in her character, and she was accompanied by Brooklyn.
And Brooklyn
was there.
She was fine.
Brooklyn hit the ball back.
Yeah.
It was a back and forth, but, you know, the show was...
I love when you use sports references.
You like it?
Oh, I like it.
She was just grabbing that ball, and she was just doing this.
Oh, so she didn't hit it back. She just caught the ball and
she
played
was playing with the ball.
Yeah, that's a foul.
That's what they do in sports. That's a foul in
sports ball.
If you ever seen wrestling, that's my favorite.
Oh yeah, wrestling they do that. They do.
A little bit of that. I don't have nails on. I shouldn't be doing
neither of us do.
But I do have this beautiful cake pop that you gave me.
Yeah. I'll need that back. Miss Vanjie.
Miss Vanjie.
Miss Vanjie with what I consider...
Did somebody order sausage?
The winning performance of the night. That was good. I mean, sometimes I feel like she doesn't even know what she's doing to be funny. Like, sometimes I feel like it's accidental. You know, like, I don't think she's always in on the joke. She's just like, I'm gonna clown around and I know they're gonna laugh. I don't know exactly what they're gonna find funny, so I'm just gonna, like, throw it all out there.
Someone said that she's the Gilbert Gottfried of drag. Do you agree?
Yes!
Doesn't that make sense?
Yes!
Or even, what's his name from, NBC? The guy that used to do this. I don't know. He kind of talked like this and he's a white and, you know what He kind of talked like them. What is this? He had a stroke. What is his name?
He had a stroke as he did that?
No. Well, no.
You gotta hit a quarter.
Well, I want to ride the motorcycle. What is his name?
It's Bill Cosby.
No.
I want to ride the motorcycle.
He was on that damn show.
Nothing you're saying is
He was on 50 Rock.
30 Rock.
30
Tracy
Rock.
Morgan.
Tracy Morgan. It's someone with a funny voice. And
I want to ride the motorcycle.
I want to ride the motorcycle.
His famous line. Famous line.
That's what I remember.
I want to ride the motorcycle. Yeah, I think Vanjie just screams and we love it. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I thought if you said what she said without the Vanjie voice, it would have come off as like harsh and not funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, I found two whores who don't know anything about Britney. I'm gonna teach these hoes about Britney. You'd be like, well, but she screams it at you, and you're like, is this what comedy is now?
Screaming volume.
Sign me up.
Screaming volume impersonating a black woman.
I loved it.
Welcome to Comedy of Drag.
I loved it.
I feel sorry for her back. I hope she iced her back after she had to carry Mercedes through that entire scene.
Ooh.
Because
she said it's like carrying Michelle and Destiny's Child.
Yes.
That was a good line.
Yes, and I love that the editor cut to Mercedes.
That was some shitty editing. So good.
So graceful that they just let her rest on their hard work.
That was hard. That was hard to watch because...
You ever turned in a group project and they were like, let me throw my name on there. Let me throw my name on there.
That was me. The hardest part for me with like her being on that team was watching the Untucked when she just sat there comfortably laying back and being like, "We won." I was like, "Girl, you did not win.
Do not relax.
You did not win. You did not win."
She was smiling ear to ear. We did that. She watched that back. She was like, "Wow."
Holding her lampshade off to the side, going, "Gosh, I did that. I can't believe I did so well." You did not. Are you okay? Mercedes coming at you.
I think her and Gia Gunn are in me right now.
Mm.
You speak ill of those two queens, they enter your soul.
Or just your butthole.
Or your hole.
Now let's move on to the other team. The reason I personally voted against gay rights in the last election.
So they don't know any... They used all the knowledge that Ru gave to them about Mariah. I mean, if you were the captain of this challenge, I want to see, what would Dixie Lynn... Are you a good director? Are you good at telling people this is how we meet our goal?
You did it. I don't know. I don't know if I would, like, be great at wrangling a bunch of people who were just, like, kind of yelling out different things. But I do think after RuPaul was like, I don't know if you should do this, I'd be like... Yeah, we shouldn't do this.
You're right.
There are plenty of girls. Pick another diva. Shania Twain.
Okay, we said diva.
Hilary Duff.
I would pick
Haley Duff.
Who is as big as Britney though? Beyonce?
I already said Haley Duff.
Okay.
Beyonce would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But here's the thing, with Britney, you also got like controversy. You had the paparazzi following her. You had when she like shaved her head, and you had the tabloid Britney.
Yeah, I just like Mariah was such a poor choice because all they really had to go off of was that she sucked. Like she can't sing live. They kept mentioning that, and like if you're worshiping her, you wouldn't want to mention
why
that.
would you bring up like her lip syncing? Why don't you bring up like her whistle tone? Did they bring up her whistle tone?
They did. Okay. Well, I like for a second. It wasn't like a big plot point.
You're supposed to be celebrate. See, this is why.
I give Sugarcane a lot of credit though because she really did try to keep it moving. She really was like, let's do it. Scarlett was being her likable self and just really hamming it up and trying not to miss a single word.
Right.
And then we had Plastique, bless her,
who was trying out all of her voices that she...
I got it. I understood it.
You understood?
I understood that...
I don't get it.
You didn't like that Ariana would be like the name that is not spoken. You know, because everyone says that Ariana's the new Mariah, so she's like... feels like demonic about it. I got it. It didn't read well... And I think a big part of that too, and I'm not putting this on Akira, obviously, it was a choice made by Plastique. But if Akira had been able to play along, I think it would have made a little bit of a difference.
I think she should have told Akira, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm going for. Maybe they lacked the communication.
Yeah, that is possible. It did seem like, and the judges said that, like no one was helping each other. They were all just kind of trying to do their own thing.
Akira looked amazing. She looked amazing.
Why didn't she have a ponytail?
Why did she have a ponytail?
Why didn't she have a ponytail?
Oh, didn't she?
She's Ariana's biggest fan.
She's Ariana's biggest fan, yeah. She should have looked just
I'd have a ponytail, I'd have an oversized gray sweatshirt on, and I would make terrible choices in men.
I would make fun of America. We're not gonna attack Ariana.
No, we couldn't.
We can't.
She's incredible.
Leave Ohio and Ariana.
I know.
Leave them out of this, girl.
I have a thing for Ohio and Ariana. I can't get it. Yeah, I know. No, I just felt like I agreed with the judges that Carrie really dropped that ball as far as like really selling the Ariana thing. It was very hard to see.
But wait, it gets worse.
Oh yeah.
We have Honey and Raja together trying to remember lines. You see honey, flipping through note cards with poorly written notes all over them. She's reading through them. It's like watching a roast.
Oh,
it's going on for so long. They're stumbling.
Are you saying that because you just did a roast last night?
I just did a roast last night.
You did a roast.
And we did kill it. We did
for Vanjie.
For Vanjie, yes. We love roasting.
We love her.
Yeah. It was a mess.
Yeah.
Singing was off. Honey said that she could sing. I was like, where?
Where? In what key?
In what country?
In what key, ma'am? I was going to say that Raja was worse, but I don't know.
I love Raja. Too much to say that she's the...
I like Raja, too, but
You know what she reminds me
She didn't know the word. She kept saying mountain instead of runway.
Her look, her, like, boy interview look reminds me of, like, some dance coach. And she's like, come on, ladies, put your back into it. You know what I mean? Like, 1, 2, 3, we're cutting.
Anyway, yeah, they were terrible, ultimately.
Okay.
The whole thing was terrible.
Let's move on.
Let's move on to the runway. Up first, we had Mama Ru.
RuPaul.
She looked fine.
Boot. I'm kidding. No, she looked great, yeah.
She looked fine. Okay.
It's St. Patrick's Day.
Honey Davenport. What a way to go.
Yeah.
I thought it looked good. It looked, and I fully am aware of what I'm wearing as I say this. It looked a little cheaper than I think it probably did off the runway.
It looks... do you know
what I mean?
It doesn't excite me.
I just think, like, the fringe was, I don't know. Maybe it was the material or whatever. I don't think it showed as well on stage.
Maybe it's a bad angle?
Well, it was all the angles.
You know what? My favorite angle was her begging with her hands together as RuPaul was deciding what was going on.
Bless. We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Okay.
Oh, God. Okay. Scarlet Envy.
Scarlet looks like an ice skater.
Loved Pheromone on this episode. Loved her. If possible, I think Scarlet made Pheromone even less likable.
Wow.
I thought she looked great. There's just, I've said it before, I'll say it again. There's an attitude issue with Scarlet.
You really don't like her? Did you like Violet her season?
I don't remember. I drink heavily.
I liked Violet her season because Violet actually, she pulled through some looks.
I think Scarlet has done well. I just, she's very quick to remind us that she's a force to be reckoned with and blah, 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 blah.
It takes some ego to go forward in this.
Yeah, it does. And she's got plenty. Okay, Sugar Cane.
Oh, I loved her.
I thought she looked great. I loved it.
My favorite.
Yeah, I think it's the best she's looked so far. Mm-hmm. Loved. Plastique.
You know, AliExpress, I'm so glad I can hit the runway now.
Ma'am?
That's AliExpress. Oh, well, the Fringe. I think she bought that from AliExpress and then put it on there. Okay, I'm sure she got it at some great dance tour or something.
Yeah, so here's the thing that, has changed Drag Race for me. It's the last few seasons we've had the Pheromones, we've had the Valentinas, we've had the stunningly beautiful women that kind of shook us when they first came on stage. Plastique is another one of those. She's stunning. This would have slayed 3 seasons ago.
Am I canceled for coming for her?
No.
Am I canceled?
I'm saying it's beautiful, but is it slaying this season? No. And you have the Valentinas, the Pheromones, the Thorgy Thors. I ran out.
Oh, yes.
The Magnolia Crawford.
The stunning, glamorous queen.
To thank for that. But, I mean, it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. It's cute. Akira C. Davenport.
Wait.
I loved it.
I loved it, too. She made it.
I loved it.
Isn't that amazing?
She's an amazing queen.
She's an amazing queen.
And I love her talking heads. I didn't know what to expect the first time I saw her because I was not impressed by her entrance look. But man, she's kind of killing it for me.
Yeah, and her attitude about it all too. She's the one that says, "Why are we making excuses? Why are we having sob stories? We could just be listening to our lip sync music right now. We can just." Yeah. She's a coach too. She gives me those dance coach vibes.
I loved it. I'm very much an Akira fan. Raja wearing the same boots she wore in the first challenge. Her dance costume, and I said the boots kind of saved her.
Wait a minute now.
Same boots. These boots are made for repeating. And that's just what they'll do.
You know, I loved Kelly Rowland this episode. I thought she was gorgeous.
Remember when she tried to text using an Excel file? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
What was that?
That was
Nelly
some music
song,
video.
I love you.
Yeah.
And I need you. And she's on a sidekick. And they close up to her, like, supposedly texting, but it's an Excel sheet. It's a graph?
Yeah, it's an Excel sheet.
Oh,
honey.
Kelly Rowland.
I see why you ain't getting text backs, girl. You're using a Microsoft
She's
app.
just making sure her checkbook is balanced. I loved it. Yeah. I thought she looked great.
Sure.
I'm a Raja fan.
I will say this about... I thought that was underwhelming. I thought it was just like a dance.
I thought it was fine for having 13 girls. I think if they were like in the top 6, she'd be in trouble. But yeah, that's kind of how I felt too. Nina West with her mop bucket on her head.
Did you like it? I liked it. I hated that I saw the bucket underneath.
Me too. I thought it was a choice. I thought she could have painted it so we wouldn't have seen it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, the shoe, girl.
Yeah, the shoe.
Ooh, girl.
It's sturdy. It's keeping her
It
up.
is.
It's saving her.
Road work ahead, girl.
But so happy to finally see her really like feel her oats and like.
She just won.
I loved it. I was so happy for her. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it. Brooklyn Heights looking all like Cameron Michaels.
Coachella.
I thought it was fine. I thought it was really boring though.
Yeah, I did not like that flower crown.
I didn't understand
it just felt
how that was an interpretation of Fringe. It was very loose interpretation.
Especially with all the other Fringe costumes that came before it, you're like, oh, okay, you consider this Fringe? Okay. What do you think? Toot boot?
Yeah, I would boot that.
Okay.
She looked pretty.
I'll toot it.
She looked pretty. You're gonna toot while I boot? I'm gonna boot in your toot. Okay.
Oh.
Vanessa, Vanjie,
Mateo.
She looked great.
She looked great.
Another red outfit. She's very into red.
She really sold it. Her walk was very fun.
It looked like she tripped, but I don't know that she tripped.
She likes to wear this wig a lot, doesn't she?
Yeah, I mean, it looks great on her.
A straight black wig. It does.
Again, I don't know that it would have like taken her far if they were like a top 6 situation, but I loved it. I thought she looked great.
Evie Oddly. I loved Evie Oddly. You know, I had a... Bless you.
Sorry.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Evie Oddly.
Oh,
okay.
It's... I talked to her, the queen, who is Evie Oddly's drag daughter that lives in Chicago, and they got together. Her's great.
Look up her.
It's
H-E-R. Her?
Her. The queen.
Yes.
Her, the queen.
Love her.
They cut up trash bags, dyed it pink. It does not take a lot of money to look great on the runway. It takes creativity. It takes a vision.
It was a showstopper for sure. Mm-hmm. I've seen her pictures that she's released because, you know, they all do like photo shoots in their outfits after. Mm-hmm. The makeup has improved. I will say, like, I thought it was a little sloppy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry. I love Evie Oddly, I'm sorry. But the
That's
makeup
your
was
opinion.
a little sloppy.
Hey, IMHO.
Okay. But the overall look was so stunning and so smart. I loved it.
Concepts
after concepts after concepts.
That's what Okay.
Gun to your head. Very
what I would
aggressive.
do for Fringe?
Yeah, for Fringe.
Okay. What I would do is I would have a lampshade. I would hold it over my face. And then I would like pull. It's cut down in the middle.
Sure.
It's split down in the middle. The lampshade has fringe on it. I pull it apart. My head is a light bulb. Wouldn't that be funny?
You get out of here.
Wouldn't that be funny?
I felt like that idea was bright.
You're... right.
That's great. I had a very similar idea.
Well, hold up.
Oh.
Gun to your head.
I'll suck your dick. Oh, sorry. I put myself in that situation.
Freak.
Yeah.
You know what? Never mind.
Gun to my head.
Gun to your head.
I would do something very similar. I actually thought immediately of... I'm sure there aren't a lot of people that remember this because you're so young. Happy for you. The Carol Burnett show. Carol Burnett did a Gone with the Wind. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
And so in Gone with the Wind, Scarlett has to make because there's no fabric or whatever. She makes a dress out of curtains. So, yes.
The green.
So Carol Burnett, she wore the fringe from the tie, a giant fringe headpiece, and then a curtain pole with curtains that she made into a dress, but kept the pole, and it was all fringe. I think I'd recreate that.
Girl, you need that look.
I know.
That's
immediately what I thought of when they said it was fringe. I was like,
that
Carol Burnett.
To me, that's drag.
Yeah.
That's drag.
Anyway, back to everyone else's voices.
Just us bragging about our ideas.
Oh no, we went from Carol Burnett to Mercedes.
Oh god. It was a rice hat with camo fabric on it, neon colors. The fringe was cut so her face could show.
At this point, okay, let's get real. Let's have homosexual opinions here, everywhere. Girl, there are 13 drag queens on this show.
Okay.
We have to watch all of this content. We have to talk about all of this stuff. I am past the point of being nice. Let's just cut the queens we know are not America's Next Drag Superstar. Let her go. And we know a lot of these challenges are going to be acting challenges or comedy challenges in which you need to talk a lot. And she gets so nervous, she gets in her head. I don't know what all is involved there.
This episode they asked her, which is a strange question to ask, how do you pray to Allah?
That whole thing was a little uncomfortable for me. It was I don't understand why the editors would keep that in. It was, yeah.
You don't ask someone how do they pray to their...
Well, it was 3 people with one who was almost proudly ignorant of the fact they didn't know anything. And they're kind of all jumping on this girl who is a part of a religion that is actively being persecuted, murdered even in the last couple days, sadly. And it's just, in New Zealand. And so it's just this can't be the storyline. You can't... That may have played a role in casting her because you wanted to be more inclusive and you wanted to show the, the beauty of all walks of life. But I don't blame her for walking away. Of course she's uncomfortable. That had to have been horrible for her to go through.
Yeah.
And I think they're trying to play it as a storyline as she's shy and she doesn't know what exactly she wants and she doesn't want to be a part of the sisterhood. No, she's a part of something that's real.
Yeah.
And it's hard, and I'm sure there's a lot of conflicting feelings both internally and of course with how the world sees her. Sorry. That was so boxy.
Oh.
I know.
What? I have not seen this side of you.
Whew.
The wine is down to the bottom of the glass.
It makes me nicer.
You read the news this week. I am proud.
I have the CNN alerts.
Girl.
And Fox News.
Girl, canceled.
I agree. It just
with you.
really struck me.
Yeah.
Okay, we got too serious.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It was in my.
No,
it was
I like
in my
it when you
opinion.
take it there.
Thank
IMHO.
you.
Clink. Okay.
I'm gonna take you there.
That's not a Michael Jackson song, is it?
No, we can't sing those anymore. Okay, then we had Ariel Versace in Sequins.
Now, is it I was about to say, is it Fringe?
No.
No, it's not Fringe.
Loose hanging sequins is called
Paillettes.
sequins.
All
sequins are loose hanging.
I thought it was the only one.
Okay. It was fine. We had Silky Ganache in her very clear tearaway dress because we saw Velcro anytime she turned.
Yeah.
What?
Which we got to see a little bit
Later
in Untucked. 80 yards of Fringe. She made it herself. There is literally no concept to this.
No.
It's just Fringe covering a body.
It's just, I'm going to tear away. Truly, you could see on the sides, if you go back and watch the episode, you can see on the sides where she was going to tear it away. It was very clear when she walked through. And that's why I was a little confused, because when she left, she hadn't torn it away yet. And I was like, what is she doing? I thought for sure there was a tearaway underneath. And then we find out in Untucked when she starts screaming about it that she
was worried that she would be going home for a lip sync.
Yeah. All right, so that was the end of the runway.
Oh.
Lord help, that was long. So then we find out the Britney team wins, obvi, and we find out from Troye Sivan. How do we feel about her?
Which one was the Ellen DeGeneres? You mean? Mm-hmm. I thought she was funny.
I think she's so cute.
Oh yes.
I'm not a twink girl because I used to be one. I don't work with the twinks because I used to be.
You're not a twink anymore, mama.
No, I'm not. Oh no.
Hitting that open bar a little bit too much. No, that was kind of mean.
Yeah, I live next door to McDonald's. I do. No, so I think he's adorable though.
Oh, okay. My honest opinion.
Oh, I want your homosexual opinion.
IMHO.
Yeah.
Here's the impact that Troye had on my life.
Oh no.
When I was a closeted gay.
What? When you were like 9.
When I was like 9 years old.
And Troye was in utero.
And Troye was literally a fetus. Mm-hmm. I would like escape by going into YouTube, and we may be hitting some of these people too.
Oh yeah.
Closeted gay. How do I have access to content on a private tab without my mom finding out? I would watch Troye Sivan videos.
That's sweet.
I would watch, like, under the bed covers, like, in the middle of the night. And I'm like, okay, these are my gays. I got Troye Sivan. I was watching Tyler Oakley, Kingsley. I was getting all, like, the queer YouTuber content. Tom Cruise.
Anybody.
Jumping up and down on a couch. Yeah. Oprah's, mind you. How dare he? And I was like, it's so cool to, like, see him, like, judging RuPaul's Drag Race. Like,
he is so sweet.
He's just on, like, a parallel path. The growth of an artist.
Oh, you and Troye are definitely on parallel paths, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's like
his path is way up here, and yours is somewhere in the middle, but you're doing great.
I'm keeping an eye on
You are. Yes, you are.
And you know what? I'm sending him messages. I don't get any emails back.
No.
But I'm like...
I send letters. That's my generation. I send Pony Express.
Hey, I just accomplished something. Isn't that so crazy how successful the both of us are?
We're so busy with our careers. Yeah, that's great. I didn't have YouTube when I was in the closet. I'm old. But...
You had the park.
But I had the park. I wandered around. I went... But I feel like anytime you see somebody who can represent gay people, you're immediately like, because I would like try and like Ellen was a big deal for me. She truly was, because my dad always called her Ellen the Degenerate because he's hilarious. So I was like, wait, is that me? Am I a degenerate? But I really followed her success, and I was like, oh wait, you can be hated by people and still do well. And that was a big, like, realization for me. And I feel like that's something YouTube now offers people, which is really sweet. But on the flip side, I do, yeah. On the flip side, I would fuck him.
Oh, 10 out of... Well, he would fuck you.
10 out of... Girl, yes. Girl, yes.
He's the top.
I would lay there and allow him to bloom inside of me.
Bloom inside? You want him to put his butt in you? How does that work, girl? How does someone put their butt in you? Oh yeah, fuck me with your butt. Can I say that?
Oh. Every now and then you're funny.
Your ribs.
Every now and
then.
Your ribs. Every now and then.
You're dying.
Stop touching my diaphragm. I'm gonna have to get that removed. Yeah, I was so happy to see Troye. I think he's so attractive.
I think.
But so am I.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the bad team, the good team.
Good team. Safe.
They went back to the back, and Nina wins. So exciting. Mm-hmm. For some reason, Evie and Silky get into a thing. Silky starts her bullshit about like believing in
backstage
God and being a believer and whatever. Which I was like, it has nothing to do with the fact that Whitney was a woman of God. Like, girl, none of that matters.
And then we find out why she was causing a ruckus, and it's because she wanted the room's attention for her to do her costume.
Her big reveal. Yeah, she didn't want to waste her reveal.
I see right through that behavior. Yeah. I know that she's a child that needs attention, so when you have the room's attention, you're gonna do what you...
You're gonna take your clothes off.
Yeah.
When I was a child, that's what I did. I said, everybody look over here. It looks real weird down here.
And everyone turned back away.
Yeah,
except
I cleared a room.
The uncle? Okay. Ava!
Okay. So I thought that whole thing was bullshit. I don't even want to give it any more thought. But then we find out that the bottom 6 will all be lip syncing for their life.
For the first time.
For the first time, and hopefully the last.
Hopefully the last.
What did you think of that lip sync?
I thought it was the funniest thing. Do you play Pokemon? So in Pokemon, at the end of the game, all 6 of your Pokemon have to fight like the strongest trainers in the game. And someone captioned it, my 6 Pokemon fighting the Elite Four. Which is funny if you play Pokemon, but if you're 4,000 years old, then it doesn't make any sense. It's a funny reference.
Okay. Oh, that was in reference to me. Okay, yeah, no, I got that.
It's the funniest thing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lot. It was a lot to watch. It was a lot of
You hated it?
Yeah.
You hated that.
You're not gonna remember that.
I was so entertained by it.
Why?
I thought it was...
all the split screens. There was like multiple split screens, all stuff. I was like, is this the Democratic convention for 2020?
Oh! Not Kamala Harris.
Hey, current. Beto O'Rourke.
Oh, you just want to sleep with him.
Yes.
My favorite was...
I do.
My favorite was, I'm standing now, but like, they would all be so stressed, right? And she told them, okay, we're all lip syncing. They all go out at the same time. They're just like really going out, and you're like, oh my god, this is like...
I mean, Plastique, she said, I have a ponytail, this is what I'm doing. And I loved it because she just basically did that for 3.5 minutes. And I love that. Because that's like, if I were ever... I know this is going to come as a shock to you.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a lip sync artist. I'm sorry.
What
I know
do
it's
you
a
do?
shock. Not much. I've disappointed my family.
Right.
I killed that woman in Kansas, but she had to come in. And I buried that woman. So yeah, 3 things.
That's...
but
celebrate that.
I've never actually, I'm not like a big... So I feel like if I were put in that situation and I were Plastique, I'd be like, yep, I got a ponytail.
You know what it reminded me of? At the end, when you go to a drag brunch show and they bring all the girls back for the curtain call and they're like, do y'all want one more treat? Yeah. And everyone's like, yeah. And they're like, we're gonna do... And then Waiting for Tonight plays, and they're all wearing Fringe.
Yeah.
It literally was a drag brunch show on Sunday.
Yeah. Oh, but
it was
no
so
bacon.
funny.
But no bacon.
But...
I thought it was just a lot. I thought it was a lot to take in. I, like, personally, as, like...
it was the funniest thing.
Did you
don't think it was so funny?
I mean, it was...
They were like, gah.
Oh! Girl, no.
Don't.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. I don't know.
I thought it was wild.
The best part for me was when Honey jumped off the stage into a death drop onto the ground. And we all know RuPaul does not like when he leaves the stage. And RuPaul was not having it. Like, cut to RuPaul.
Yeah, cut to...
Now, we know how editing works. We know that that may not have been the moment where RuPaul was making that face. She could have been loving it. But they made us believe that that's what was happening. And... I was like, oh no, foreshadowing, she's gone.
Oh my god.
I thought for sure she and Sugar Cane were gone.
You thought Sugar Cane was
when
gone?
When it was down to the bottom 2?
Oh.
When they were like letting everyone go? I thought they were both gone.
What she did was she wore a very strong look.
She wore a strong look and she wasn't bad in the challenge. She wasn't great, but she wasn't bad.
And it makes me wonder, was that even like her planned Fringe runway look, or did she bring something that was like, all right,
she knew it's almost over.
You know, but they do that, like they don't do well that week, so they wear a very strong runway look because that's what runways do. They just save you from elimination.
Save you from yourself sometimes.
Oh yeah, $1,200 later.
Yep, very deep, very deep. I mean, what did you think about Honey going home?
It was so dramatic when they announced her. I really felt her pain when she was begging. She was like, please don't say my name. Please don't say my name.
Yeah.
And then they said her name and
they said her name and they made her leave.
I watched the What You Packing video.
Oh, you did?
I learned a little bit more about her. She was homeless when they gave her the call.
Oh no.
She was going through a lot of shit.
She's not homeless anymore. That's for sure.
Obviously, yeah.
Well, I know that she's like a big name in New York, and now obviously she's a big name globally thanks to the show. So she's gonna be just fine. I was kind of shocked to see her go, but I also wasn't disappointed.
I thought it was Mercedes week to go home.
I thought it was for sure, but then once I knew out of that pool of people, I wasn't like devastated that she went home. But I would have loved to see more from her for sure.
Yeah.
Mercedes will be gone soon.
She maybe the next episode.
See you soon.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts on this episode?
No, I mean overall, I really enjoyed watching it. After last week's ridiculous, like parody stuff, I was like, ugh, another acting challenge, a group challenge.
Oh, they do so many acting challenges.
But I mean, the Britney thing really energized me, and then the Mariah thing was so bad that also energized me in a way. Yeah, I liked it. Did you like the episode?
I loved this episode. I was really surprised that they did that. They always go for the shock. I love it when they go for the shock.
Yeah.
I love it when they go for the shock.
I think, and you said this last week, which I just want to reiterate because I was, in the Bahamas, I couldn't talk. The response to our videos have been so nice, so kind.
Yes.
The Twitter, you were already a big Twitter star because of your age. But I, coming into it as an old lady, I'm starting to learn
Very
the
old
ropes.
model.
Very old model. Very, very worn out. Very tired. Have kids to pick up. But I've been so impressed by everyone's comments and everyone's response to this. Please, obviously share, subscribe, all of that stuff. But we love reading the comments. And we read every single one because we don't have anything else to do.
We don't. But we will like everything, so
we do, and
if you say something, be
nice.
nice.
We text each other. We'll be like, did you see this comment? So we love reading the comments.
This is our third episode in, and we want to expand beyond making recap videos. There's a lot of things going on in our world that needs a homosexual opinion or adjustment, and we are two very opinionated aunts that would love to get wine drunk for you in front of a camera.
Yes.
And tell you what we think.
I love that we're doing this. I love that we're trying so hard, because I don't try hard at much, because I'm so pretty, I don't have to. But yeah, so we will see you very soon. We'll see you next
very soon.
week.
Tip your queens and have a lovely week.
Goodbye forever.
Well, that was great.